A gentleman never trades respect for attention. A gentleman without his word is no gentleman at all, and a gentleman never lets the influences of the modern world affect his morals or who he is. When I became a channel operator on YouTube, I put my name on a piece of paper. And that piece of paper said that I would promise to refrain from posting content that could cause harm. To the very best of my ability, over the last 5 years, I have kept my word, and I am going to continue to keep my word. But there are stories that need to be told. Can you help me keep my word? Over at Patreon, for the lowest possible allowable level, $1 a month, or even less per year, I can reveal for you a story coming out of Massachusetts that completely debunks the narrative about Surfside. This is the final nail in the coffin. And of course, the event happened at 1:30 in the morning, just like the event on the Iraq-Iran border 3 days after the event in Surfside, and the event in Surfside itself that coincides with two other events historically 2 years ago and 25 years ago. But that's all I can say here. If you can, join me, like thousands of others have over at patreon.com. I made a post on my community tabs about this earlier that kind of reveals the story, but main topic of today's video, another Florida residential tower ordered evacuated after safety audit. The tower that they're talking about being evacuated is 2.5 miles inland in North Miami. And here, of course, is the piece of paper they're taking a picture of that reveals something that nobody is seeing. If an inspector goes into a building and he sees things that even remotely could be considered as dangerous, they are going to do what? CYA. Of course you would. Why would you not? If there was any indication of a building being dangerous, why would you not put in a report something to CYA? Cover your ass. And that is what this is. City of North Miami Beach. For the recertification of a building 40 years or older. This guy saw stuff and he's like, I'm not sure. Talking about general alignment, he didn't give it the worst rating. Bulging, settlement, defections, expansion, contraction. He gave them all fair ratings, but he still rated the building as unsafe. Now, he didn't give any of these the lowest possible rating, which is poor, but he still said unsafe. No such report exists for Champlain Towers. No such report. And there are other inspectors that said, I was just in the building a month ago and I saw some things that were of concern, but nothing that could have caused this. Now, if you still don't believe me that they're running out a fake story, if you think I'm just making this up, I want you to look at the layout of the building here. Do you see the swimming pool? Do you see the slab of concrete that they would have laid underneath the area around the swimming pool? Okay. Pay very close attention to this. It's very different than other slabs of concrete. Here's the parking garage. The parking garage goes underneath in an L shape right here. There's a little road that if you come off the main road, you turn in here, you go all the way to the end of the building, and then you turn in, and then you drive under the building to the parking garage, and there's all sorts of spaces. Now, CNN. This is from, and let me make sure I don't misquote this. This is 1 July. Condo residents, sorry about the ad. Let's see if I can clear this real quick. The condo residents described pool deck and garage before tower crumbled to the ground. Now, if you scroll down into the article, they report something that is literally the opposite of what you're seeing with your eyes. Near story jibes, the one above, with what Michael Stratton's wife told him just before the collapse. Now, we do cover this partially over at Patreon, but in far more detail. Cassandra Stratton was in their 4th floor condominium when she called her husband, who was in D.C. around 1:30 a.m. She was frantic and told him the building was shaking. Michael Stratton told the Herald she reported that a sinkhole had opened up where the pool used to be. Reported that a sinkhole had opened up where the pool used to be. Then the line went dead. Here is a picture from the next day. As you can see, the building has already collapsed. See this giant red arrow here? The swimming pool has not collapsed. There is no sinkhole. The parking garage, which has been reported to be part of the problem, still intact. They're lying. It's just the facts. They are lying. They literally just said on CNN 2 days ago that a woman from a 4th floor condo in this building saw a sinkhole open up where the pool used to be. The pool is still intact the next day, holding water. Can you explain that? The day after, a less detailed image shows that they're attempting to drain the pool. How could this possibly be? How could this be the truth? How could CNN be vetting anything? They aren't even looking at their own pictures. This picture I got from the Orlando Sentinel. Can anyone out there who believes the official narrative of poor maintenance or leaky pipe in the basement causing this explain this image? Can anyone explain this in contrast to what CNN has reported? Especially in the age of facts first. A pool contractor who was at the tower the Tuesday before the collapse said that while the pool deck area looked fine from the surface, he observed standing water in the garage and cracks in the pool maintenance room. The contractor, of course, has not been named. This is what they don't want you paying attention to. And there's another huge story that I can't report here that they don't want you to pay attention to. A huge story out of Massachusetts where they've caught some individuals. And the details of that story line up with everything we have been reporting on Patreon. There are 6 videos up since the 24th detailing all of the deception, all of the misdirection, all of the lies. And because I'm a man of my word, because I'm a gentleman, I can't report it here. And for those of you talking about other sites where you could put it up, enjoy your CIA surveillance. That's all I'm going to say. Because the words free and worthless are synonymous. Free and worthless are synonymous. If you value something, you'll put a worth to it. If it has no value, you won't. My channel subscribers here, both and Patreon, have stepped up and said, we value the Florida Maquis. We value him. And that's why they get the completely unredacted truth of the situation. I wish everyone a happy 4th of July. God bless, but remember once again, especially the men in my audience, gentlemen never trade respect for attention. Gentlemen without their word are not gentlemen at all. And a gentleman never lets the influence of the modern world affect his morals or who he is. God bless. Like, share, subscribe, and Lord willing, we will see you tonight on Twitch.